Shannon Watts was facing health problems in 2010 when she met Chris. I was in a really bad place, and I got a friend request from Chris on Facebook, she said in an online video about 4 months before her unaliving. I was like, well, what the heck? I'm never going to meet him. Well, one thing led to another, and 8 years later, we have 2 kids. We live in Colorado, and he's the best thing that has ever happened to me. After the couple moved to Colorado, they started a family. Bella was born in December 2013. Shannon was so excited to have her first baby girl. Her family wrote in her obituary how she loved and cherished her. Less than 2 years later, in July 2015, Celeste was born. Oh, how Shannon was so excited to be able to have another child because of her battle with lupus. Her family wrote, every moment with her was a blessing. In 2018, Shannon became pregnant again with a baby boy she planned to name Nico. By all outward appearances, the couple's marriage was strong. However, in the summer of 2018, Shannon noticed that things had changed. He has changed. I don't know who he is. She texted a friend on August 7th. He hasn't touched me all week, kissed me, talked to me except for when I'm trying to figure out what is wrong. We've never had a problem in our relationship like this. I just want to cry. Shannon and the girls were last seen on Monday, August 13, 2018. Chris Watts gave a series of stilted television interviews after their disappearance, pleading for their safe return. We had an emotional conversation, he told a source, a day after his family was reported missing. She wasn't here. The kids weren't here. Nobody was here. On August 16th, Shannon's was found on the property of Anadarko Petroleum Corporation, an oil and gas company where Chris had worked. Daughters Bella and Celeste were located later that day in oil tanks near Shannon. All 3 had been unalived by Chris. Chris was arrested on 3 counts of first-degree unaliving. While in police custody, Chris claimed that he told Shannon that he wanted to separate. He alleged that he went downstairs and noticed Shannon unaliving Celeste, and that she had already unalived Bella. He ran upstairs in a rage. He claimed an unalived Shannon. Cops didn't believe his story. His story didn't match the evidence that we had, a police source said at the time. We believed that Chris unalived them all. Authorities soon learned that Chris was having an affair with Nicole Kessinger, who worked at his company. After she learned about the unalivings, Kessinger cooperated with the police. Before coming forward, Kessinger appeared to worry about the public shaming that she might face. Did people hate Amber Frey? She typed into an internet search, invoking the name of the woman who was having an affair with infamous unaliver Scott Peterson, who unalived his wife, Lachi, and their unborn child in 2002. Kessinger told authorities that she believed that Watts was going through an amicable divorce. In a bombshell turn of events, on November 6, 2018, Watts pleaded guilty to the unalivings of his pregnant wife and their young children in exchange for being spared a possible unaliving sentence. The evidence against him was overwhelming. He had no choice. Considering the evidence, it took time for him to come around, but he did. But not everyone was happy with the plea agreement. Watts' mother, Cindy, said in several interviews that she thought the confession and the plea were coerced. On November 19, 2018, Watts was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. The defendant coldly and deliberately ended for lives, prosecutors said of Shannon, her girls, and her unborn child.